Rogers Motorsport, which is the Valvoline team. He gave me my first start in a V8 supercar, firstly for the endurance races, which was Queensland Raceway at the time, and Bathurst. My first race was with Max Dumsney at Queensland Raceway. He ran off the track then, so we finished about 3 laps down. And then my first time with Bathurst was 2003 with Mark Noski. And no fitness, no form. I was absolutely hanging onto this thing around the mountain. 25 laps into the first stint, I was straight into the wall at turn 2. So that was my first Bathurst experience. There's 2 parts to my job. There's 30% of my job is working the steering wheel and the pedals the best I possibly can and out driving everyone on the day. That's 30% of my job. 70% of my job is working with the engineers to try to make my car go around the track better than everyone else's. And mainly going on in the car, it's generally, the cabin temperature is generally 25 degrees hotter than the ambient temperature. So Townsville and Darwin and whatnot, we cop 30-degree days. Gold Coast is a shocker at the end of the year as well. It's generally 25, 30 degrees, so we're looking at 55 inside the car for up to 2 hours. Noise, the G-force, just the pure intensity of the race and what's going on, that massively takes it out of you as well. So it's quite a race weekends. Just a race weekend, you got 3 or 4 days of promotional activities before the race starts. Then you go through testing on Friday, corporate suite visits, you name it, and then finally we get on the track for two hours physical slogfest on the circuit. So fitness is massively important. It's a lot of cardiovascular fitness, and Queensland's probably the best place to be able to train. I can run from home, get out my push bike quite a bit, do a bit of swimming, and just a couple of days in the gym just to get mainly just to stroke the back. Australians to make it in Formula 1, you're going to make that decision when they're about 16 years old. When you come out of go-karts, you can race Australian Formula Ford. Similar to what Mark Webber did, similar to what Will Davison and Jason Bright and all those guys tried to do. You then have to go over to Europe and race the Formula style of racing. So British Formula Ford and then Formula 3, Formula Renault, to try to make that transition up to Formula 1. First, we're very lucky. Bathurst is probably the top 3 or 4 tracks in the world, so we're really lucky to have that here in Australia. I love the street tracks. I just love the challenge. There's no better feeling than finishing a weekend at, say, the Gold Coast, standing on the top step of the podium, knowing that the track's chopped up, there's people throwing crap on it, there's just that much going. You come around a corner, there's cars sideways on the circuit. Knowing all those outside influences, to get through a weekend and to win and stand on the top step of the podium, there's no better feeling. So.